fresh off of a 31-day fast. I fasted for the month of July. The reason I wanted to do it, I wanted to reset the body's immune system. I wanted to challenge myself, and reroot myself in the samurai discipline that Different World is all about. The mentality of a samurai and self-honor and doing the best for yourself. Sometimes you got to really test your own mental fortitude to see how strong you are. And this 31 days has proved that I do have the mental capacity to do 60 days. It's about focus, of course, hard work and dedication. But I wanted to tell you guys about this 31-day fast just in case anybody out there was considering doing one. So first, I have 10 steps that I suggest you do before embarking upon your fast journey. Okay, number one, research. Research fasting. Research what it's about. Research different types of fasts and really apply them to your life, your lifestyle, where you are currently in your journey, and maybe where you plan to go. And based on your research, you should compile the type of fast that works for you. Now, my fast worked for me because I created it for my custom lifestyle. So number one is research. Number two is mental preparation, meditation, focusing, chanting, whatever you need to do to mentally focus your mind, dig in, and let yourself know that you're going on a journey, that you're going to be tested mentally. You need to strengthen your mental focus. I personally do meditation every morning. I get focused. I set my mind on my goals, and I generate the mental energy to take me through the day. And you're going to need tons of mental energy to take you through this fast. So mental focus and mental preparation is number two. Number three, create focus spaces. So while on a fast, it's going to seem like everywhere you go, something is trying to distract you. Something is trying to gravitate you towards consuming it. Chips, snacks, sugar, salt, all those type of things. So I encourage you, create a focus space. Create a space where none of those distractions exist, so you don't have to be bothered mentally. Focus space could be a reading space, could be a quiet area in the park. It could be a customized area in your home, right? That you've customized with incense, candles, crystals, different things that sort of create a better aura, an auric field rather, in that space. So number three is create focus spaces. Number four, eliminate negative rhetoric. So one of the meditations over the past 31 days has been to eliminate that voice in your head that tells you can't do something. That voice that tells you, oh, don't try this. If you fail, everybody's going to see. You want to eliminate all the negative rhetoric in your head, all the negative thoughts, and you want to push those out. And over the course of the 31 days, you want to really improve and focus on thinking positive thoughts, affirming the positive, because what you think is what you experience. So number four is eliminate the negative rhetoric. Number five, now this one may seem challenging, but the benefits here are tremendous, and I absolutely urge everyone to try this and even tell a friend about this. But eliminate salt, all salt. Eliminate sugars, all added sugars. Now, sugars from fruits, apples, mangoes, watermelon, those are just fine. Sugars from added salt, added sugar, white salt, even Himalayan salt. Take a break, give your kidneys a break, give your body a break. Take a break from these two items. Now, here's the catch. Since birth, we've been programmed on salt and sugar-heavy diets. So this was the most challenging aspect of the fast, to really let go. But once you do it, say the first week, the first 2 weeks, you're salt-free, you're sugar-free, man, you will feel tremendous. And then moving forward, you'll have the mental fortitude to keep strong and stay salt-free and stay sugar-free. So number five is how we started the fast, which was raw vegan, no salt, no sugar. So the first week, right, so I'm already plant-based vegan. So when I transitioned and started going into this fast, the first stage that I went into was raw vegan, right? So 100% raw organic fruits and vegetables, plus no salt, no sugar. The next week, I advanced the stage a little bit more and went into fruitarian mode. So the next week, I consumed 100% organic fruits. The following week, I moved into the liquid fast mode. So this is week 3, to liquid fast mode, where I consumed herbal detox teas, organic cold pressed juices, and coconut water, in addition to juiced watermelon. So week 3 was the liquid fast. Week 4 was the continued liquid fast. So week 3 and 4, we did just herbal teas, cold pressed juices, and coconut water. Then to end the fast, right, so at the end of the 31 days, I'm now ending my fast, going back into fruitarian. So I'm only consuming organic, raw fruits, and ultimately I will transition into raw vegan and continue on as raw vegan for the next few months until my next fast. So point number 9 is cannabis smoking. So I know we have a lot of cannabis users who are watching this, and from our research, what we found is that smoking while fasting, smoking in general, right, when you reach the combustion point of the cannabis, essentially what's happening is, as you inhale, the blood is rushing up to the brain, and as it rushes up to the brain, it signals to the body that there's an overload. That's why you feel high and lifted or heady. So it signals the body that there's an overload, and what this does is signal the stomach to start creating the chemical responses that are causing you to have the munchies. So you're thinking, you're hungry after smoking, And what do you immediately want? You want something sugary or you want something salty? That's the brain's response to help the blood go back down from the head, back down into the stomach, and so you get the munchies. So if you're fasting, I strongly advise that you do not do any combustion smoking. I would advise vaporizing, I would advise edibles, or perhaps even topicals. But smoking and combusting the cannabis is a surefire way to aid in your desire for salt and sugary foods. Number 10, psychology. Along the course of this fast, you really get to know yourself on a deeper level, because things that you thought you weren't able to do or things that you thought would be easy, you may find are actually challenging. So psychologically, you're testing your body, your spirit, and your mind on all three levels, because you have to align all three levels in order to get you through this cleansing process. You're giving your organs a rest, you're giving your body a rest from having to digest heavy foods, or maybe even foods that aren't real foods for some of you who may just be thinking about transitioning to vegan. But for most of the vegans out there who are watching this, there's still such thing as junk food vegan. So, I've been vegan for years, but starting early on, I was eating a lot of stuff that now I really wouldn't touch. A lot of processed vegan food that people use and eat because they're, first timers transitioning. I wouldn't eat a lot of that stuff at this stage. So it's all about where you are in the journey. And you got to remember that just because you're vegan doesn't mean that you may not have parasites, that you may not have debris, that you may not have clogging in your colon. So I highly suggest you clear that out. And here's some of the results. So I experienced vivid dreams. I experienced a new sense of self-discipline. 31 days, I was proud of myself for doing that, and I'm ready for the 60-day next. It's all about discipline, right? Sometimes you need to prove to yourself that you can do something, right? And it gives you the energy, the vigor, the tenacity to move on to the next challenge and accomplish even more. So self-discipline proof was definitely one. Deflecting the salt-sugar addiction. Hey, look, we're all addicted to salt sugar. We've all been raised on it in the 90s. It was a staple part of all of our snack cycles, all of our lunch cycles back in the day. So it's understandable that we're all addicted to salt and sugar. The first thing is really admitting it, accepting it, and then deflecting it. So this 31-day fast, without a doubt, has enabled me to deflect the salt-sugar addiction. No longer craving salty chips, no longer crushing bags of chips, no longer craving, random sugary treats. My body, after being able to eliminate those things, it's sort of like I'm mentally free from that desire. Not 100%, I'll be honest, not 100%. And that's why we have to keep working. But I'll say I'm about 98% free from the salt sugar craving addiction. Reset the immune system, that's another result. So it's been known in various research papers, after 3 days of letting your body rest and not eating, the body actually resets the immune system. So after a full 31 days, you're really able to cleanse out and purify your system with added nutrients. So this is the perfect time when you're releasing all the toxic waste and you're re-entering minerals, nutrients, value, really. Next, daily meditation reduces stress. So to keep yourself pumped up every morning, you got to meditate. You got to really focus on what you're doing, what you're accomplishing. And the daily meditations that I was doing for these fastings really helped my stress levels decrease. As an entrepreneur, there's always some business challenge or some business fire that we have to put out, and that takes a lot of mental energy. So anytime that I'm able to lower my stress levels by just simply altering my lifestyle, I'll take that any day of the week. Next, remove waste from colon. So like I was saying before, just because you're vegan doesn't mean that you may not have waste, parasites, or a combination of the two lodged in the colon. You see, on the vegan journey, most people start out trying to mirror the type of foods that they're leaving. So they try to mirror the standard American diet only in vegan form. Now, what do you get when you do that? You're still eating bread, you're still eating tons of starch, you're still eating processed foods, they just happen to be vegan. So they may not have the minerals that you really need, and they actually may have some additives that are still not healthy. A lot of those conversion vegan items are very high in salt, very high in sugar, and we know that's not good for you. So just because you're vegan doesn't mean that you can't benefit from this type of fast. I know I have. I've been vegan for 8 years now. Like I said, the first few years I was using conversion foods, different items that were basically processed vegan foods. Now I'm on a much more well-rounded live food lifestyle. So raw organic fruits and vegetables. So you remove waste from your colon no matter what. Your skin clears up because you're drinking so much water. You're drinking the hydrating liquids from the fruits and vegetables themselves. You're eating plenty of fruits and vegetables. Your skin naturally clears up, tones up. Go for a walk in the sun, go for a run in the park, and you get a beautiful glow from the sun, right? Because the sun is able to interact with the chlorophyll that you're eating from the fruits and vegetables, and that enriches your vital system. And lastly, high energy. Now you would think by not eating that you would have low energy or that you would be sluggish. But did you know that once you remove the waste from the system, and once you set yourself up with a fasting regimen that's mineral dense, just think about it. You're just pouring in new minerals to the body daily. New minerals, new minerals, new minerals. never consuming, or for 31 days, you're not consuming anything that's detrimental to the system. You're removing all the prior waste from the system and flushing the system with minerals and nutrients. So your energy naturally is going to be at an all-time high. I mean, you're going to be feeling tremendous after you get through the first initial hump and mental stressors. So all in all, I highly recommend this fast for anybody who wants to reach optimal health, test out their discipline, their mental discipline and self-awareness, and perhaps inspire others to detox their bodies or consider even more advanced detox systems and incorporate some of these systems into your everyday lifestyle. So this has been Different World BG from differentworld.com. Remember, you guys, if you're interested in some of our products, we have products available on soulnowhere.com. Everything from 10K utility stoves to 5K utility stoves. Check us out, soulnowhere.com. The most exclusive gear that you will find probably in the entire world. Follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter. Talk to you soon.